Welcome back to Whatever Garage. In this episode, we're going to get my wife's truck into the garage. It doesn't drive though, there's no motor. So I've got to do it under my own power. So let's get started. A way to get it into the garage. I can hook a rope to it and pull it with my truck, but then I have no way to get it back through here because this is sort of uphill. So I dug out my old winch. This was sitting under my old workbench for the last 10 years. Okay, this used to be on my trailer that I towed my race car with. And then when I sold the trailer, I kept this because I was going to put this on the front of my truck, and I never did. So we're going to figure out how to mount it right here on the floor. And by figure out, I mean, I've already figured it out. I've got some concrete anchors. We're going to drill some holes. We're going to anchor it in here, and hopefully it pulls a lightweight truck into the garage. Well, as usual with any project of mine, we have to fix something first before we can proceed. And this is supposed to have snap rings on either end. Don't know what happened to them. Like I said, this thing hasn't moved in 10 years. So luckily, I have a snap ring kit. What size do I need? No clue. We're just gonna have to figure it out. And right off the bat, I'd say that's pretty darn close. So let's try it. Oh, great, I forgot about that. Broke one of the ends off my snap ring thing here. So how is it supposed to work without it? I'm trying to see if I could wing it, but nope. Let me try and find another kit or another thing. I have no idea where the other little arms are for this thing. I have a different style snap ring thing here. We'll see if we can make this work. It's the kind that just sort of pushes them out, except that it won't fit in there. I'm just off to a real good start today. That and it's hot as hell. There we go. All right. Hello, dummy. Alrighty, now we just need one for there. Hot diggity damn, look at that. All right, we fixed something. That's got to be a first. All right, so then the next thing we're going to do, I'd already loosened these, so we're good to go. These hold the damn winch on here, which is weird because the winch has to be done in first before the anchor screws can be done, which doesn't work very well when you're trying to flush mount. All right, I'll show you what I mean. Let's see if I can do this without pinching my hands again. All right, get this off the handle. I don't want to break the handle. All right. That will not go through there, I don't think, will it? Oh no, most of it will. Yeah, it will. All right. This is the base plate. That is dirty as hell. And we want it to go right there. Wonder where that came from. Obviously off of something else I was doing. So it bolts there, and I need to bolt there and there. And hope to hell that that's enough. All right, let's mark them. I want to try and get it, well, for starters, I sort of want to be center on the door, so I need to be over a little more. And just so you'll know, the lift is going to go right there. That'll be the center of the lift. So ideally, I would have wanted it farther back, but as you can see, I got a ton of shit behind me. All right, that's close enough for government work, right? So what did we come up with? Well, for starters, it didn't do a very good job. All right. Boom, boom. Much better. All right. So then we have, I probably need thicker ones, but this is what I got. I got 3/8 anchors, and it says to drill it the same diameter, 3/8 hole. Not sure exactly how that works. Says it expands, but I don't see how. We'll figure it out, I guess. So let me get this set up, and I'll bring y'all right back, okay? All right, now comes the fun part. We're gonna drill a hole. I measured how far I want it, measured it onto here. It's right to there. You already saw the holes, so let's start with this one. Damn, you'd think I'd be able to do this. Okay. Can't see exactly what I'm doing here, so let's vacuum some of this up. Now, still got to go about another 1.5 inches. Okay, now I see it. All right, I think we're there. All right, now it says to hammer it in. Anybody else nervous? Think we got it? Is it going down? Yeah, I guess it is. Well, you obviously screwed the threads on that. That sounds solid, doesn't it? That's nowhere near the mark I put on here. All right, now we need to figure out how to get that off. I don't see it doing anything, just turning, which makes me wonder how in the hell we're going to be able to tighten this down. But also, how the hell am I going to get that off? Vice grips. Let me show you something. These are the things that I have. It's called a wedge bolt, I guess they call it. Has this little piece on here that this is, I guess, supposed to tighten up. But here's my thing. Even when you do it like this, what is supposed to tighten? I hammered it in. But see, this still spins around when I'm trying to tighten it, which makes for a very difficult time. All right, well, I'm gonna put you on fast forward and you watch me do 3 more. All right, we stopped abruptly yesterday because I thought my drill bits were dull. They weren't. I bought brand new drill bits, more higher quality, and they didn't do jack shit. So 2 holes are almost as deep as I wanted them. One is about half an inch up, and the other one's quite a ways up. We won't even talk about it. But either I've hit rebar or rock or something. You would think those could go through it. Not the rebar, but the rock and shit, but it can't. So we're going to attempt this. Going to attempt it. I had to route out the hole on this one because apparently I didn't line things up correctly. Imagine that. And then we're going to trim off the excess on here because if not, we won't have room for the winch to sit. I don't think. We can try it. Oh, wait a minute. I'm an idiot. The winch has to be on first. I'm just doing this right now to see if it'll fit. And I have marred up the threads. Ow, fingers! Let's see if we can get it done before the air conditioner turns off. Good job. Alrighty. Look out, Sasha. Oops, sorry, baby. Didn't mean to hit you with it. And I think that's the front. Hey. Now let's see what happens. She's in. She's sturdy. But will she pull a truck? We're about to find out. All right, guys, I jumped a few steps ahead. I went ahead and connected the box, the battery, and the controller. The controller was in my truck. Been in my truck since 10 years. God, who knows? Long time, long time. So, let's pull it out and see if she'll wheel her in. We definitely got plenty of cable, so she will definitely reach out into the yard. If not, I've got rescue cable. All right, let's put some tension on this. Put it on in. Fingers crossed. There you go. There you go, nice and tight again. Good job. It works after all these years. I'm happy. All right. Disconnect it, let it rest. It still has to pull the damn truck. Now, part two, let's get the truck. Only problem is, it's 1 o'clock, midday, hot as hell. We're gonna have to wait. Well, we had torrential rains last night. I mean, a freaking monsoon. Came out here this morning, and this engine was sunk down into the ground. We got a nice little sinkhole going down there, farther than I can reach with my hand. Right there, it's only about a foot down, but down there, it just keeps going. There used to be a pool here back in the 90s, and they filled it in with sand. So now, every time it rains, I find a sinkhole somewhere. Unfortunately, it's right in the corner of our shop. So, Monday, I'm gonna have to go get a load of dirt, start packing this down. Anywho, back to what we were doing. Is the wife's truck that we're moving. It's gotta go from here, back that way. Yeah, that way, behind me. And then turn and up into the shop. So we're gonna get my truck and pull it back this way, and then use the winch we just installed to pull it into the shop. All right, we are hooked up, and we're just gonna go that way. Let's check out the inside to make sure there's nothing set in there. Well, the wheels look like they're turned the right way, and by the right way, I mean, yeah, to the right. This will be a good start. This one's gonna be in real time. Enjoy. Oh, almost forgot the wheel chock. Why isn't that truck moving? That shit is tight. Why isn't it moving? We got lucky there. That was almost the back window. Well, so much for Temu safety straps. I have moved this car before. I just gotta figure out how to do it again. Obviously not with this cheap shit. Well, those are worthless. Let's see what else I got. I have nothing else. All right, that's what we're gonna have to do. Back all the way up. All right, a little too close. All right, here's attempt number 2. I have no way of knowing. Yeah, I do. Now I can see it. Here we go. You'll eventually have to move. I can't see the other side of the truck. Yeah, I was afraid she's gonna keep going there. I don't like doing this, but I don't have a choice. All right, let's turn the wheels. All right, now the fun part. Let's see how far the remote goes. All right, we still have plenty of cable. Just, unfortunately, it's not on there tight. Yep. Almost there. All right. I guess the first thing will be to see if this gets ripped out of the ground, right? The truck's moving. A little more. Come on, baby. All right, in case you can't see, she's in. What we have here is a 1956 Chevy 3100 pickup truck. I purchased this 4 years ago for my wife. Why? Because she wanted one. Don't judge me. It's rough. I know it. But for the price I got it for, that's what you get. Okay? Over the last 4 years, I have been collecting parts. You'll see at one point in time when I first got it, I was motivated and I did some work on the hood. That's primer, filler primer that I haven't sanded off, but as you can see, my dogs have clawed at it. Had some welding to do because the supports inside come loose, so I had to weld those back into shape. Oh, let me show you what she's powered by. Absolutely nothing. Oh, look, bird's nest. What's left of one. Whatever they had in here before, they had glass packs on, so more power to them. She's mostly here. There's no bumper in the front, no headlight buckets or anything like that. She's got mismatched wheels. The gentleman I bought this from was trying to make himself an Apache. So he bought several of these and took all the good parts and then put all the parts he didn't want back on them. So like body fill, rusted corners, rusted beds, or fenders right here by the steps, dents, but that's not that bad because my wife says she wants some of the dents left in it to give it some class, which I give her credit for. Now, here's the bed. It came with 2 different length drive shafts. Did come with a radiator, but we determined that was no good. Remember when we made our engine run stand? It looks like it has stock suspension. I think that is the standard rear end for it. I haven't gotten in here and cleaned anything and looked at numbers. The only thing I ever did on this thing was the hood and brakes so that it would roll. Oh yeah, and then this cab corner. And then inside, she has some nice leather seats I put in here for storage. I hope they're still in good shape. The leather seats were out of a Jeep Grand Cherokee. They're electric, leather. Oh, they're beautiful. And they fit in here perfectly, if I do say so. Came with the gun rack. You know, this is South Carolina. It's not that bad in here, really. Well, the front panel needs to be replaced. Dash is original. I have a gauge cluster for this, an original one. She was, I believe, 3 on the tree. No, what is this? Oh, this is, someone else put a different steering column in this, but it did have a clutch pedal down there. Anyway, floors are Swiss cheese. I have a complete new floor for this, sitting in the other shed. Boy, when it comes out of that other shed, I'm gonna have so much room in there. So our goal is to completely strip this thing down, get the cab on rollers, and probably roll it out of here, and then work on the frame first, okay? Frame first, get some wheels on here that look decent, and then roll her out, roll the cab back in, start doing body work. And once we get the cab set, well, I mean, you know how it goes. Just one step at a time, man. Wife wanted to help work on this with me, but it's been 4 years and she hasn't been able to help me yet. So she's giving me the okay to go ahead and get started. The eyebrows. Got a little bit of filler in here, a little bit of dents here. I don't know if I can knock any of these out. I haven't looked in there yet, but we'll find out. At least so far they're not rusted. This one looks good, but has this big dent right here. Remember, I'm not a body man, but I'm willing to try it. She's got a nice grill, just needs to be sanded. Used to be a lot whiter than this. Shows you how long I've had it. So anyway, that is our next mission, is to start taking this apart. I know most of y'all come here to look at Corvette stuff. There's Corvette. We're going to get right back to her, I promise. Next video is her. I have to wait for a part, and hopefully that will solve the issue, because I can't figure out that 750. It's just gone, man. Also, thank you guys for your tips on the radiators. I got tips for look at Champion and DeWitt. I looked at DeWitt and about had a fit. They expensive. I looked at Champion and they are more in my ballpark. So in the future, we may be getting a couple of them, one for this one and one for the other one. Because why not? This one so far, we don't know if it needs it, but the other one definitely needs something. So anyway, back to the truck. So we will jump back and forth between projects, okay? This is not going to become a strictly 1956 truck channel, but I am going to be doing stuff on it. But I don't want to forget my original baby, okay? We've got tons of body work that has to be done on here, tons of electrical that has to be done on here. I still need to cut out this and replace it. We talked about that before. I think that's the last big thing I have to do. And then hopefully put it back together. The biggest thing is to get it running. But anywho, hope you enjoyed this. I know this is a little different. Oop, let me get you some light. There we go. I hope you enjoyed this. This was a little different. But it's like everybody says, I can only show you what I'm doing. And this is what I'm doing. And even though today is much cooler, it is still humid as all get up, okay? So I still need to mow the lawn before the rain hits. Even though it rained last night, we had absolute monsoon, which I already told you about that earlier. But anywho, let me know your thoughts on this. Let me know what you think. Let me know if I'm gonna lose you over going to this. I mean, I really wanna know. And other than that, hope y'all have a good week, and I will see you next time. This is Whatever Garage, out.